Yes, I think the most exciting part is going to be the handstand play on the beach.
Yes. Super excited about that.
Especially it's pretty windy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah, okay. We'll handstand into the wind then.
Yeah. Depends on what
you
you're
can
doing.
fly.
Yeah. No, it was just that you both of you inspired me actually, because it was when I was looking at your photographs of your time in Portugal. In your free time, I did see you were handstand playing on the beach. And so it becomes full circle. It's a full vinyasa. I've learned from you, and I'll bring it back, that maybe that's one of the most important things for us to break the boundaries of the disciplined process of practicing yoga. Often it's just too disciplined, it's too serious. And so when we take the student off the mat, because the mat, I call it the 6x2 or the 6x3, and it's a little bit like putting yourself in a coffin. Yeah. If you just define yourself by the area of the mat, it restricts you. Take away the mat, and then all of a sudden the walls have fallen down, and your freedom to move is there. So when we take what we learn in the class out onto the beach, it's taking it out into life. And it's sort of saying, well, if we can play on the beach, then let's take that back into the yogashala. Yeah, so we can have a little bit of a play there. And the same thing is that, okay, if we're out on the beach, are we breathing? Are we still breathing? Can we play and still have an awareness of the breath? Yeah. And so the workshops will integrate both what we do on the mat, in the shala, what we do when we're socializing, having meals together, what we do when we go and play together on the beach. And you've introduced the workshop as being in the Dominican Republic as being the wind kite surfing capital of the world. Yeah, so yes, we've got to embrace our environment. So yes, that from one aspect, our environment will influence the way we work. And so then there's this response. What's my response to where we are in terms of our locale, our location? So our location environment does play a factor, but it comes back to the inside. How do we establish ourselves on the inside to be able to then be free to play? For some of us to go from the studio, from the shala out onto the beach, some people might even tighten up more. Yeah. Or for example, we might be sitting on the mat and sitting in Baddha Konasana, and the hips might be really tight in the shala. Go down onto the beach, they might be a little bit more open. So let's see, we can play. So as you said, we've got a format and a structure to follow, but let's see if we can improvise. Okay, and I will also add here that not only did you inspire me to add the handstand play in the workshop, Isabella, I will go right back to the first time I met you. Where was that? That was on what island?
Barbados.
It was in Barbados. So in Barbados, and when we played the name game, if I remember rightly, it was you, Isabella, that introduced the actions. Was it you?
I don't know.
The actions.
When we played the name game,
maybe.
in Barbados.
Maybe.
You did. I want to acknowledge that what is beautiful in the relationship of a retreat, of a workshop, is that I, as the facilitator, is part of the group. We're a group as a whole. And so in that way, information flows backwards and forwards. It very much is a symbiotic relationship with teacher-student, student-teacher. There's a sharing, and it's through that sharing that we're able to grow and develop together. And so what I get excited about is that I never know who's coming to a retreat.